Good morning and welcome to Gawne in 60 Seconds Motorsport, and this is the weekly series where I tell you all about the news in motorsport, Formula 1, etc. That has caught my eye. And we do this every single weekend, so please do make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let's get into it. So here we are. First of all, this is the car channel, Gawne in 60 Seconds. We have got some brand new videos for you, such as the new Renault Twingo, which I took for a first drive the other day. We've got the new Armada 5 SHS, which is a really good hybrid car. Then we've got the MG S9 7-seater, which is on there as well. So loads of new videos and plenty to come. We've got the new Fiat Panda. We have got quite a lot. We've got a few Kias coming along the way. I've driven the EV4, EV5 and K4 in the last week. So they're all coming to the channel very, very soon. So loads and loads of content coming to the channel. I also drove the new Honda Prelude. So that is a video that is also coming to the channel very soon. So please do subscribe and watch out for that. This channel though is the Motorsport channel. So please make sure you are subscribed to both, because this is where the news comes in every week. And then anytime there's something new to add, I will add in another video as well. So this is always handy. So please make sure you're subscribed to both. Let's get straight into the news then. And first of all, the bid for Alpine, the stake in Alpine that seems to be up for sale, the bid for that stake seems to have got messier and messier. So first of all, we know that Mercedes or Toto Wolff has pulled out of bidding for that. Christian Horner still has a consortium in there. But what it has done is it has ignited again further the row over second teams. Absolutely fair enough. But in particular, Zach Brown has been making it very, very clear that the VCARB, Toro Rosso, Red Bull relationship shouldn't exist in the first place either. Now, it was very clear in Miami that Liam Lawson was asked to move over for Verstappen. It was really obvious and it should never have happened. And it just shows collusion between the two teams, and that's been kicking off as well. So I think that's why Mercedes have pulled out, because I think there is new heat on this second team process. Now, what we do know about Alpine is they're going to stand on their own 2 feet. They've got this Gucci deal coming in next year. So I don't think it's Christian Horner that really wants to be there, if I'm honest, because I think he wants to take ownership of a team, or at least part ownership in a way that gives him control. I don't think Flavio's going to give that up. Now, the thing with Christian Horner is the BYD rumours won't go away. And the thing with Christian Horner is the BYD rumours won't go away, and I think that makes a lot of sense for him, because he can take a massive stake in that and be in it from day one. And BYD are a huge, huge company, so it makes sense that they would want to do their own thing and put someone in the top who is already proven in Formula 1, because they're so new. So interesting stories that's going to just keep rolling and rolling and rolling. I think it's going to be fascinating to see who does take that stake and how that reframes the politics in F1. I think there has to be a review over this multi-team ownership, and I genuinely think VCARB is going to have to be sold or spun off in some way. So McLaren have got a new livery because it's their 1000th Grand Prix, and there it is. That's what it looks like. It's just like a black and papaya camo. Audi have done the same, where they've replaced the red with some yellow, so it looks more like a bee. This is the same logo that appeared on the Auto Union cars in the 30s. So there you go, that's their hark back. And then Aston Martin have gone for this odd, the front of the car is dipped in copper thing, which I'm not quite sure why they've done that, but it's a colour shifting livery. I'm sure there's an explanation in here why they've done it. It's a specialist wrap material, and it will visibly change colour as they lap the circuit. I'm genuinely not 100% sure whether I like that or not. I don't think I do. I think it looks a little bit odd. Right, Albon had a crash in Canada with a groundhog or a marmot, and it completely destroyed his Williams. Williams are now saying that that is going to cost so much in repairs that it's going to stump their development. It was a complete write-off. It cost absolutely thousands, and yeah, it's an accident, but what can they do? I mean, they're already in trouble, aren't they? I can't imagine that spending a few $100,000 in the wrong places is going to help them at all. So it completely makes sense. Now, this is a funny one because they've been talking about the new rules in 2027, and there was an agreement of sorts that they were going to readdress the balance of the internal combustion engine to the power unit's electronics. So instead of the 50-50 they're trying to achieve now, they wanted to go more for a 60-40 split, with 60% of the power coming from the internal combustion engine and 40% coming from the electronics. That shift would just mean there would be a little less harvesting and a little less of the unnatural racing we've seen in the first few races this year. Now, some teams have completely reversed out of that, and they're not sure that that is what they want to see, which has certainly upset Mr. Verstappen, who is now saying he's going to quit if they don't do that. Now they're talking about shortening selected races in 2027 to help teams cope with engine rules change. We're going to shorten races at which the cars use most fuel. What? I mean, tell me what you think in the comments below, but I think that's an abomination. Why would you shorten the race just to make... No, the race is the race. It's up to the competitors to bring their machinery to get through the race. If they can get through the race this year, they don't need the help to get through it next year, right? Absolutely ridiculous. So, as we discussed earlier, McLaren have got a new livery for their 1000th Grand Prix, and they're celebrating that in Monaco. Now, they did a little get-together on the starting grid of the Monaco Grand Prix with 11 past winners. They also had one of their old Formula 1 cars as well. So it was current Grand Prix drivers Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso was there, Mika Hakkinen was there as well. Stefano Domenicali was there. Who else? So David Coulthard, Heikki Kovalainen, Fernando Alonso, Mika Hakkinen, Oscar Piastri, Andrea Stella, Domenicali, Zach Brown, Lando Norris, Emerson Fittipaldi, Gerhard Berger, Juan Pablo Montoya, John Watson and Lewis Hamilton. There's Mika Hakkinen drove the McLaren M2B as well. Apparently it doesn't have seatbelts. It is a real blast from the past, and that was taken around the track, which would have been absolutely incredible, I imagine, but quite scary for Mika. It's not all good for McLaren though. They got a £25,900 fine because they taped over the neutral button, which is a no, you do not do that. They have got €30,000, which is £25,900, 1/3 of which is suspended. When Lando conked out in practice 2, they couldn't put his car into neutral because the button was taped over. McLaren, what a stupid thing to do, right? The team admitted that for aerodynamic purposes, it had placed transparent tape over the button that is required to be pressed. Oh, McLaren, that is such a daft thing to do. Right, other news this weekend. So, Charles Leclerc has signed his life away at Ferrari. Why? I've no idea. After years and years of underachieving, he signed a contract extension with Ferrari. I mean, the partnership with him and Ferrari is kind of iconic in a way. He owes them everything, and I think he's quite a loyal chap. I'm interested by this because there was a lot of talk about him going elsewhere. Maybe this is to stop that. And it looks like this contract could be into the 2030s. I think it is a little bit of a shame that he's not going to be a player in the driver market. And it might be a little bit of a shame for him if Ferrari don't get their act together. But he says he really believes in Fred Vasseur and the project. And this car that they've got now is the first proper Fred Vasseur-led project. And he can see the fruits of that labour, so maybe he believes that this is turning out to be good. I mean, there's certainly no shortage of talent in the driver pool, is there? You've got Leclerc, Hamilton, and then you've got a very hot young talent in Ollie Behrman waiting to take the reins as soon as he gets an opportunity. Although I don't think Lewis is going anywhere soon. Watching him around Monaco, he's got the bit between his teeth again, and he looks absolutely fantastic. So, yes, Leclerc has extended his deal. Then, next up, they're saying the larger 22 car field will be a problem in Monaco. Well, of course it will. It's a traffic jam. It's always going to be a traffic jam. They're just going to have to, I think they'll all end up stacking at the Rascasse, won't they? And then going one at a time. I think that's the only way they can really do it. It's not going to be pretty, but the laps are going to be brilliant. The question is whether they all get out of the way before they've all got round. I think it will look messy. Now in F2 and F3, they do the split qualifying, don't they, where all the odd numbers in the championship go first, then the even numbers in the championship go second, and they form either side of the grid depending on which group is fastest. I kind of like that. I mean, maybe they should do something like that, but then just do a shootout for the top 10 or something afterwards. Top 5, maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think they should do for qualifying in Monaco, because it's vastly daft having all 22 cars piling around trying to set fastest times when they know they need gaps. And how do you regulate for that? Do you tell them they have to go? They can't. I mean, maybe you tell them they can't drop below 10% of their average speed or something. Maybe. Then they have to give every lap pretty much flat out, don't they? That might be an answer, because then there's no dawdling on the track and waiting for a gap. You just have to go for it. FIA have confirmed that there are some crazy energy limit rule changes just for Monaco. Luckily, it's not the 2 pit stop thing this year, so they won't be holding each other up in order to give themselves and their teammates buffers. What they have done is there is no active aero, and the energy recovery is less because it's not going to be needed because the straights are tiny. But with no active aero, some teams have put some daft wings on their cars instead, because the actuator can come off now. If you've not got your wing opening, they've used that space in the rules to put little wings in instead, and some of them look completely ridiculous. Formula 1 has extended its Las Vegas contract until 2037. Great news, I quite enjoy that race. Formula 1 Commission meeting. This is a big statement from the FIA, just to tell you that nothing has been decided and that those discussions about the rules still haven't been given the green light. Then there's another statement from the FIA about Formula E, because in Formula E there is a cost cap just like there is in Formula 1, and McLaren overspent by nearly £500,000 in their last year in Formula E. So that's a bit naughty, and of course they don't compete in Formula E anymore, so that's not going to harm them. Now, with Monaco being the first European race, we see the new motorhomes for the first time. McLaren have got a new motorhome, Audi have bought a new motorhome, and Cadillac have bought their first ever motorhome. And there is a video here on YouTube which is
known for to rethink.
We don't want to listen to it, but you can watch the whole thing on YouTube, of course, and that's fantastic. These things are incredible. I love the motorhomes, and I'm a bit of a geek about them. Like how they are built just out of a couple of trucks just boggles my mind, I must admit. Back to Le Mans, 24 hours. I cannot wait for this. Toyota have released their car. This is what it looks like, and it's just about to be tested. This is a liquid hydrogen fueled. Wow. You know, this is the next generation of technology, isn't it? It's a TR010 hybrid hypercar is what the chassis is based on. So, on to the Le Mans 24 hours. This is the Toyota liquid hydrogen prototype that is going to contest its first public demonstration drives next week at Le Mans. So, very, very exciting. This is new technology, isn't it? It's very cool indeed. I think the car looks fantastic, actually. I mean, it's based on the hybrid TR010 hybrid chassis, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I think that's a great looking car. Be interesting to see what it is like on track being hydrogen, whether it's heavier or I don't know whether the gubbins inside to make that happen are heavier or more complicated, but I think that's going to be really interesting. Maybe they need to stop less. Right, so it's time to look at the calendar because there's plenty going on this weekend. You've got the Monaco Grand Prix, of course, Monaco F2, Monaco F3, IndyCar on Sunday night as well. Then we've got the BTCC, so all day Sunday on ITV4. Then you've got MotoGP, Moto2, Moto3 Hungarian races. that will all be on TNT Sports. So if you're in on Sunday, put ITV4 on all day and then just cut away for the Grand Prix. So looking at the timings for the weekend, you have got practice 3 for the Monaco Grand Prix at 11:30. Qualifying is at 3 p.m. and you've got Formula 3 at 9:35 a.m. and Formula 2 at 1:15 p.m. IndyCar at 5:30. Then if we go to Sunday, the Grand Prix 1 p.m. and the race itself starts at 2. And then you've got Formula 3 at 7 a.m, Formula 2 at 8:30 a.m, and Indy next on Sky Sports F1 at 10:30. So race starts, where is it? Race starts on Sunday at 2 p.m. So back to normal times for races. 2 p.m. on a Sunday is lights out and away we go. Hope that's been useful. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please do pop in the comments below what you think about some of the stories we've covered today, and if you can think of any more that I haven't covered. So this is your weekly wrap. Do check back in, subscribe, and come back next week for more. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.